Well, good morning, and I trust that you had a good night's sleep after conference last night, and I'm believing that the Lord has already spoken to you, and then He's going to continue to speak to you this weekend. He's not finished yet, and so I'm so thankful that you just wake up this morning and you're ready just to spend time with Him again and to hear the voice of Jesus. And so this is my favorite part of my day. Honestly, I'm not just saying that because I'm a pastor, I'm trying to be churchy or whatever. Like, I usually can't wait in the morning when my alarm goes off. I haven't always been there, but when my alarm goes off, to get my coffee, I have my favorite little quilt that I snuggle with, and my journal and my Bible and my music, and just to sit in peace, take a breath before I start my day, and just to hear the voice of God. To me, that is the most sacred part of my day. When I don't get that for some reason, I tend to feel it all day. And so, last night we talked about Selah, and, I expressed to you and explained to you that Selah really is a musical term that means to repose. It's like a refrain. It's the point of the music when things get still so that you can really think about and meditate on what's happening. And it literally means to pause, to calmly think about it, or to reflect. And I want to talk to you about how, we did this last night. We took this moment to Selah, but this shouldn't be something that we do once in a while. Really, that Selah should be a part of our regular practice, the regular practice of our lives each day, to work these moments, to schedule these moments where we just have this time with the Lord. And I know you've probably felt the strain before relationally, when maybe with your spouse or maybe with your children or a good friend, that you're so busy, you're in the room together, you're around each other, but you haven't really had intimate, quiet, quality time with one another. There's just something about just not doing anything, nothing on the agenda, just sitting together, just going outside and just thinking together, talking together, just the stillness of the moment. And, we're fighting in a culture that is so busy, that's so hectic, that we've lost our wonder. We've lost the wonder for simple things like walking outside and breathing and taking in the air and just exploring creation and looking at the sky and seeing the wonder of the heavens and how they point to God. And I hope that this weekend, it's not just a one-time thing, that we understand the importance for your emotional, spiritual, and physical health to regularly Selah. But I think it's so funny, it kind of dawned on me, this word Selah that we see all throughout Scripture, we see it in the Psalms a lot. I've seen it my whole life as I read Scripture, but honestly, I never actually Selah when I read the word Selah. You're in these Psalms, right? And some of the Psalms have them 2 or 3 times, and yet we don't really stop and calmly think about what we just read. We just move on to the next thing. And this is because this is such become a part of the rhythm of our life, of the fast-paced culture, that we're really doing something counter-culture. That is, God worked rest into the creation story from the very beginning. The Lord did not rest on that 7th day because He was tired from all that talking the earth into existence and the universe into existence. He did it to model for us what we need to do and we should do, again, for our physical, spiritual, and emotional health. And so this is going to be something that we practice. And I think that's why He put it even in the top 10 commandments, just this rhythm of rest, this rhythm of repose, this rhythm of stop for a moment and just think about what just happened. What would life be like if instead of our hustle and our bustle, we actually saw the little moments? At the end of our lives, we're not going to probably remember the big things. Sometimes when I go on vacation with my kids and I hear them giggling, playing in the sand or running or, playing tag, and I listen to the ocean, I think these are the moments that I will remember when I'm on my deathbed. Undoubtedly, it's these little, still small moments of catching a glimpse of my husband's eyes, or a conversation, or holding someone's hand. These are the moments of wonder that are really these holy, sacred moments that, if we're not careful to embrace the whole gospel, which God gives His kids rest. We are no longer slaves. We're children. Slaves don't get a day off. They don't get a moment to sit and to breathe, but children do. Sons and daughters too. And so it's a gift to us, not a burden, to just stop and to breathe. And so I hope that after this weekend, that Selah is not just something that happens to you in 2022, that Selah is something that happens to you this weekend, that you get to experience it firsthand, but it's something that you carry into the regular rhythms of your life from here on out, that you make space for holy stillness. And so that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to calm and quiet our souls, and we're going to take a minute just to ask God, God, what are you speaking to me? I want to read you this Psalm 131. I love it. It says, Lord, my heart is not proud. My eyes are not haughty. I don't concern myself with matters too great or too awesome for me to grasp. Daughter, could I just tell you right now, all that worrying, all that thinking, all that pondering, strategizing, God's got it. Part of the beauty of Selah, of resting, is just knowing that He's on the throne, so I don't have to be. I don't have to be on the 24-hour clock because He is. He doesn't slumber or sleep, and I can trust Him right now. I love it. I don't concern myself with matters too great or too awesome for me to grasp. I don't have to understand it all. It doesn't have to be fixed for me to rest. But in verse 2, instead, I've calmed and I've quieted myself like a weaned child who no longer cries for his mother's milk. Yes, like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, put your hope in the Lord, both now and always. So we're going to play some music here, and we're going to do just what we did last night, just a repose, just a Selah. And this morning, as we embrace the sacredness of this entire weekend, I want you to grab that journal, and as you sit with this music, I want you to write, what is God speaking to me? And if you have to take a minute, maybe your mind is a little crazy and you're a little bit scattered. Sometimes I see that like as burdens that I come in with. And so in my journal, I start with just unloading the burdens. And in my journal, God, I give you this because it's weighing on my heart. I cast my cares on you because you care for me. And then I just leave it with Him. I know He's got it. He doesn't have to answer me right now. I don't have to see Him fix it. I'm not going to concern myself with matters too great or too awesome for me to grasp right now. But I'm going to take those burdens off in my journal, and I'll just list out the things that are heavy. And I'll say, now, God, I choose to be still and to know that you are God, and just listen. When your mind starts to wander, just listen. If you can do this outside, even better. If you could do this just to listen to nature, to feel the wind and the breath of God on your cheek, in your hair, just listen to the voice of the Spirit. And as you feel things, you might want to write them. If you hear a scripture, you might want to write that down just to solidify this. And I want you to see the beauty. If you imagine if you made this a daily practice in your life, how differently we would perceive the things, how many moments we would see instead of miss if we would just Selah.
We go again, my mind racing, and I can't seem to win. All these crazy thoughts and feelings, it's like it never ends until your voice breaks through my noise. And I know I'm not alone, not alone. You fight my battles if I'll just be still. Why would I keep running when you're right here? I'll just be quiet and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet. I don't need to know what comes next. Tomorrow's in your hands. I can trust you with my future, 'cause you're already there. I hear your voice call me forward, and I know I'm not alone, not alone. Away with the distractions, I wanna hear what's true. The only words that matter, they come from you. I'll just be quiet and let you speak. quiet.